Good morning, my dear friends. Today you're most welcome to understand the male reproductive system. Male reproductive system is under our syllabi in class 10 in the chapter reproduction and in class 12 in the chapter human reproduction. So this topic is not only important for the examination point of view, but it is also important for the knowledge point of view. All the reproductive systems are important for the continuity of a human being. That means reproduction is the process of continuity of a human being. So it is important for the reproduction process. To understand the topic very well, we have to focus on two things. First, number one, when and where the sperm is formed in the male reproductive system, and second, what is the path of journey of the sperm from testis to urethra. Only 2 points you will focus and you will come to understand each and everything. First of all, in this video I will focus the anatomy, that is different part of the male reproductive system. So let's be careful. First is the scrotum. Scrotum is a bag-like structure where testis is located. In board examination, one question is frequently asked that why the testes are hanged outside the body. The answer is that one, actually testis is responsible for the spermatogenesis, and the temperature required for spermatogenesis is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius less than the normal body temperature. That means what is the normal body temperature of a human body? That is 37. So if appropriate spermatogenesis should be carried on, then the testis require 34.5 to 35 degrees Celsius temperature. That is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius less than the normal body temperature. So to provide this temperature only, the testis is hanged out in the scrotum. So it has its own importance. The second is testis. Let's understand the name of different structure, then I will teach you the path of a sperm's journey. This is the testis. Testis, you should remember, it is the main site of spermatogenesis. Actually, inside the testis, there are about 250 compartments, and those compartments are called testicular lobule. Inside each compartment, 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules are there. Inside the seminiferous tubule, there are two types of cells. One is the Sertoli cells, and other few cells are sperm mother cells, which are actually carrying the spermatogenesis process to form the sperm. So, and outside the seminiferous tubules, there are certain Leydig cells. Those cells are secreting testosterone. All three are required. Sertoli cells are helping in the nourishment of the sperm. Sperm mother cells are actually doing spermatogenesis and forming sperms, and Leydig cells are forming testosterone, which indirectly helps in the complete process of spermatogenesis. So you should remember, testis is the main site of sperm formation. Now from the testis, the sperm is accumulated into epididymis. So this structure, you can see, this structure is actually a network of tube. So it is epididymis. After epididymis, a sperm goes to vas deferens. Now vas deferens, at this point where it is about to connect with the seminal vesicle, this is seminal vesicle. So when the vas deferens is about to connect with the seminal vesicle, there is an ampulla called ampulla ductus. Ampulla of ductus. Now this is seminal vesicle. Now this area, soon after the seminal vesicle, right? Soon after the seminal vesicle, this is called ejaculatory duct. Now after ejaculatory duct, the ejaculatory duct is attached in prostate gland. This green colored structure is actually prostate gland. Then a little area of urethra. Urethra starts from here, prostate gland. So the short area of the urethra, which is just a lateral to prostate gland, but before the bulbourethral gland, is called prostatic urethra. Now, this is called bulbourethral gland. And now from here, the red structure is penile urethra. Now these are the different parts. The structures drawn with green color are actually not the part of male reproductive system. Green colored area where I wrote the urinary bladder is actually the part of excretory system. In human male, the excretory system and the reproductive system are attached together. That means penis is the single organ responsible for urination as well as the sperm ejaculation. So the green colored part, other green part I drawn, that one is part of large intestine. It opens at anus, and these green structures are the bone in support of this all pelvic cavity. Now one by one we have to focus on what is the path of the sperm. So here let's start. First of all, a sperm is formed at the testis. So start the journey from here. Now secondly, outside of the testis, the sperm is collected to epididymis. Epididymis is the collection of vas efferentia. Actually, vas efferentia, you must remember, it is a collection of vas efferentia where a sperm stores for a little while, and here a sperm is receiving its swimming ability and its capacitation. So epididymis has its own importance. After epididymis, a tubular structure is there which makes a loop around the urinary bladder. So this area, this tubular part is called vas deferens. You can write that this is a tubular part. It is a tube. Epididymis is a network of vas efferentia. Then from the vas deferens, it passes by making a loop around the urinary bladder. Here it is ampulla of ductus. Ampulla of ductus has its own importance because at this place the sperm is staying for a little while. After ampulla of ductus, it passes, and the seminal vesicle. Actually, seminal vesicle is an associated gland with the male reproductive system. It is okay. It is the associated gland, seminal vesicle. It secretes something as a gift for the sperm, right? Seminal vesicle is giving fructose, prostaglandin, and clotting protein. So seminal vesicle is giving these three chemicals. Fructose, it is a form of carbohydrate. So fructose is giving the nourishment to the sperm. Prostaglandin is a chemical which helps in swimming of a sperm inside the female reproductive tract. Now clotting protein helps in the clotting of semen. Now after seminal vesicle, the vas deferens is continuous but it's named differently as ejaculatory duct. Here you must remember that ejaculatory duct contain both the things, a sperm from testis and seminal fluid from the seminal vesicle. Now, after ejaculatory duct, it enters into the prostate gland. Prostate gland is contributing about 25% of the semen, and it produces again citric acid, then the enzyme like pepsin, amylase, prostaglandin. Okay, so here you can see some lipids are also present here. You can see lipids are also provided to the sperm nourishment. For the the fructose is provided by the seminal vesicle. You must remember that these two are the enzymes. Amylase is helping in the digestion of carbohydrates, and lipid is also emulsified there and digested. Pepsin helps in the digestion of protein. So these two are enzymes. For the proper function of this enzyme, citric acid is required. That means citric acid is providing the acidic environment to function these two enzymes appropriately. Prostaglandin again here provided by the prostate gland, and it helps in the swimming of the sperm in the female reproductive tract. Now after that, here I have drawn green color the urinary bladder. What is urinary bladder? That is the excretory system, and here it is its urine can pass through. So if the prostate gland is working properly, that means at one time either a sperm will pass or urine will pass. Both will not pass into the urethra normally. So after prostate gland, there is a prostatic urethra which can carry both the things, the urine and the sperm also. There later bulbourethral gland is present. It also contributes something, that is it put alkaline fluid is produced by a bulbourethral gland. Actually, alkaline fluid is very important. One more thing is mucus. Alkaline fluid is very important because it neutralizes the effect of the citric acid as well as neutralizes the effect of the urine. If some amount of or some drops of urine is present in the urinary in the urethra, then alkaline fluid helps in the neutralization of dissolve, and later to that the sperm passes to urethra and then finally ejaculated. The main thing is to understand the path once again. So the complete path is testis, then epididymis, vas deferens, ampulla ductus, seminal vessel. We can give the number: testis, epididymis, then third site is vas deferens, third site is vas deferens, then fourth is ampulla ductus, seminal vesicle, sixth is ejaculatory duct, seventh is prostate gland, eighth is prostatic urethra, ninth bulbourethral gland, and 10th is penile urethra. So if you will learn these all the names of this part in a sequence, then definitely you can understand what is the path. And you must remember the sperm is moving in this path, and slowly it receives some energy. Here I told in epididymis the capacitation of a sperm is going on. Second, it is stay for a little while and achieving the swimming ability. Then, so it has its own importance. Second, seminal vesicle is contributing fructose, prostaglandin and clotting protein. So it has their own importance. Fructose provides nourishment. Prostaglandin helps in swimming in female's body. Then clotting protein helps in the clotting of proteins present in the semen. Now, prostate gland providing citric acid, pepsin, amylase, prostaglandin and lipid. Then bulbourethral gland is providing alkaline fluid and mucus for the appropriate function of the sperm. So complete path, and secondly the site of spermatogenesis, that is the test. In the next video, we will study the anatomy of testis. Thank you.